Good morning, my Porsche Cayman's been lifted up on a ramp behind me. It's the annual time for its inspection to see if it's roadworthy. I expect it to pass with flying colours. The tyres are new, the exhaust clamp's been done. There shouldn't be any issues. It's just going in now. Let's see what happens, enjoying life in cars to the max. Right, so they've just finished the MOT. The MOT's passed, but I'm not entirely over the moon because they have spotted an offside coolant leak on a hose. So that's the driver's side front wheel. The coolant hose was dripping, they said. Now, I've obviously got to go back to Porsche Brooklands to see what's going on. Service was done recently, nothing was spotted there. Coolant levels are certainly not low. They've said the hose was dripping, certainly not good for me. I don't know how that could have happened. But it needs to be checked out yet again. It's a never-ending story having a Cayman, so I need to now book in an appointment there to find out what that coolant hose leak is about. When it was serviced, the coolant levels were fine. They didn't have to top it up at all, so I'm hoping it's like a tiny little drip or something. Yeah, living life and cars to the max. Well, hey, it's just more expense, isn't it? Go to Google, you'll find it's all out there. On the driver's side of the car in the UK, so that's the right hand side, you'll commonly find under the front wheel weeping on the front rubber hose. The rubber hose can perish, the O-rings can go. That's why you can get a bit of coolant leaking on the rubber hoses, and it connects to some kind of metal rod which goes into the radiators, and that metal rod can corrode and get rusted as well. And it can cost £1,000 to get that metal rods replaced, both left and right, and the rubber hoses. £1,000. My car hasn't needed a coolant top up in the entire 2 years I've had the car, so probably it's just a tiny little weep and I can get away with it. But at some point I'm going to need to change the hoses and possibly the actual coolant rods inside made out of metal. What do? You know, this is what happens when you buy a performance car. It's not going to last forever. Nothing lasts forever. It's been an expensive year. I can't afford to spend any more money on this car. You might want to keep an eye out on that on your car. Check under your front wheel wells. I don't actually know where that little pipe is located. I'll try and find that later on. Car is 10 years old. Rubber is going to perish after a while, so I guess this was to be expected. But yeah, enjoying life and cars to the max, man.